Welcome back everyone to our series, The Power of Color, where we break down black characters in sci-fi and fantasy and just give you a little bit more information about them. Which is why we need to talk about the man who helped to cancel the apocalypse, Stacker Pentecost, from the Pacific Rim franchise. Pacific Rim is a sci-fi movie about large monsters, otherwise known as kaiju, who keep breaching or invading our world and just pretty much wreck everything on sight. So with the current military might, there's not really much that we could do against these monsters, which is why the planet ends up creating the Pan-Pacific Defense Corps, where they end up creating these large robots to help fight off these monsters. Stacker and his sister Luna end up joining this program where they help to fight off these kaiju. Unfortunately, his sister does die in action, and this actually furthers his motivation to keep defending the planet from these monsters. During his last mission, Stacker actually ends up in an accident, which exposes him to radiation poisoning, which actually sends him into early retirement. Because he doesn't want to be away from the action too much, he signs up to become the head of the Jaeger pilot program, where they start using 2 individuals inside of 1 robot. This leads us into the current timeline, where he's the head of the Hong Kong division, where he recruits and trains individuals to pilot the Jaegers. During one of his missions, he helps to save the life of one Japanese girl who he ends up adopting, and that character's name is Mako. Now here's something to note about Stacker Pentecost. Not only is he a skilled combatant and martial artist, which helps him fight while in the giant robot, but he's also one of 2 people who is able to pilot a Jaeger solo. Now this is of note because remember, you need 2 people to pilot these things on average. Sadly, Stacker does not make it out of the first film, as he ends up sacrificing himself in a kamikaze attack against a couple monsters. But this does help the rest of the Jaeger pilots fight on and eventually save the day. If you want to learn more about Stacker Pentecost and the Pacific Rim lore as a whole, I suggest taking a look at the Pacific Rim novels. They provide a lot more backstory and in-depth characterization to a lot of the characters that we saw in the films. So that's it for this episode in this year's series, The Power of Color. If you haven't done so already, take the time and take a look at some of our other features of The Power of Color from this year and the previous year. And until then, peace.